According to the legend, the victim of the vampire will ultimately rise again as the living dead and must be destroyed in a similar manner. From any source available, the vampire must have blood.
He's in there.
I was doing double duty as night editor when the PD squat box went crazy about a wild brawl at the old town hospital. Thursday, May 27th, 8:20 a.m., and things were rolling. Our morning edition hit the streets, recapping all the action at the hospital. The TV people, as usual, had missed out completely, and the radio stations were literally reading our copy on the air. But now the whole lid was really blown off. The maniac had been identified. Sorry I'm late. I just got these out of the suit. Yeah.
Now, here's a rundown on the Scotland Yard and the Interpol findings. Subject, Janos Skorzny. Born in Craiesti, Romania, 1899.
Now, wait just a minute. You trying to tell me this guy's over 70 years old? Come on, Bernie, your boys have come up with the wrong man.
Like hell we have. These facts have been triple-checked and confirmed. Now, look, I've been up all night, and I'm pretty tired. Now, do you want it or don't you?
All right, Bernie, just take it easy. Let's hear it.
All right. Skorzny's father died in 1923. He left somewhere between $75 and $100 million. At this time, he began to travel, and he became known throughout Eastern Europe as a big lover of nightlife. Now, we don't have a lot more on him before World War II. However, Scotland Yard reports that he showed up in England just in time for the German Blitz. I'm sure Mr. Kolchak will find the following facts of interest.
Such formality from a man who always guzzles my beer.
While in England, he passed himself off as Dr. Paul Belasco, specialist in hematology research. His work involved freshly killed air raid victims from various London emergency rooms. As a matter of fact, at his residence in Shafton Court, he installed several kinds of sumps, tubs, and an extremely large commercial meat freezer. In 1948, he turned up in Canada still as Dr. Belasco, and further checking made his presence known in almost every place along the U.S.-Canadian border where rioting and violence and a number of dead bodies were found. We believe he left Canada for Vegas April 19th under the name of Detective Constable Alan Hensley. Now, because of his British citizenship, he is an international fugitive. So my people are very interested in him. This is no longer just a local matter. Now, gentlemen, The one constant that has shown up in all of our reports is that Skorzny's travels have always been accompanied by a number of unexplained killings, many of which have one thing in common: a massive loss of blood. So, if Skorzny is not the vampire of Mr. Kolchak's theories, he is certainly the suspect of multiple homicides extending back some 30 years.
Mr. Jenks, you seem to be running this show. Could I have a minute to say something?
Mr. Kolchak, you have the floor.
Kolchak, now you keep it short.
I was at the hospital yesterday, and a lot of things were happening that you just simply cannot explain away. Sheriff, your own men shot at him, some at point-blank range. How come didn't even slow him down? How come a man over 70 years old can outrun a police car? How come this same man, when slugged in the head, doesn't even bleed? Now, I saw those gashes in his head, and whatever was trickling down from those wounds, it was clear. It was
now, this guy's got a motor mouth. Can't we shut him up?
No, let him hang himself. Then we'll finally be rid of him.
So far, he has killed 4, probably 5 women. Now, the coroner said that those bite marks on the throat were made by human teeth. He practically confirmed the fact that he actually drank their blood. Now, wait. Now, whatever the Skorzny may be, he seemed to be functioning as if he were a vampire. Now, you can go on operating as if he were an ordinary man. That's up to you. But I know that the only way you're going to get him is if you proceed under the assumption that he's a real live vampire. Now, the research that I've been able to find...
Wait a minute, Kolchak, have you lost your mind? Can you imagine the total blind panic this town would be in if the public were told we were actually looking for a vampire? Not to mention the irreparable damage it would do to the image of law enforcement in Vegas.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's it. Boy, I really can't believe that you guys are so afraid of appearing stupid that you'll ignore the only possible way of nailing him.
You listen, Kolchak, and you listen good. We'll handle this by ourselves, and without undue public observation.
No undue public observation. You've blown it already. Look here. Look what's appeared in my paper today. People are going to be calling for a grand jury investigation. You can't stop the rumors from all over.
Sit down. I don't care what's been printed in the newspapers. This man is still classified as an ordinary maniac, and he'll be settled by standard police procedures.
Oh, boy.
And you better start cooperating with that fact, Kolchak, or you want to get your pushy-tushy kicked right out of town. You dig?
Yes, sir, I dig. But just remember, the next time you blow it, who's got the answers, sir?
All right, Ed. Let's get on with it. What have you got?
Well, 2 departments combined have 650 men on full-time duty. All leaves are canceled, and everyone's working a 16-hour day. Our chopper is going from dusk to dawn. We've got unmarked cars patrolling the casino center and the strip. All roads are blocked, and we're receiving complete cooperation from the highway patrol and the Jeep posse.
You got it?
Got it.
Repeat. What did I say?
Show every real estate agent in town a picture of this guy's puss and ask them if they sold a house to anybody that looks like him.
Good boy, you got it. Now get going.
Now, wait a minute. Wait till I lose this last dollar.
Mickey, has the idea of winning ever occurred to you? Oh, boy.
You spoke.
You know, I have a very strange, unhappy feeling that the police are never going to catch his murderer. I also have another very unhappy feeling.
Which is?
That this case may be even bigger than I thought it was.
Bigger.
Well, stranger than. I've seen a lot of weird things in my life, love. I have never, ever seen anything like this.
You don't tell me that you're finally going to believe?
I don't even want to think about it.
Car 14, check out the report of the 2 ladies downtown Casino Drive. Code 1033, code 1033, all units. Janos Skorzny, spotted in 1969. Green unpaneled station wagon, intersection OK and Hustles. I